Omkar Tamhan has completed 125 titles as a sound engineer and entrepreneur in the Indian film industry. He co-founded Mariano Audio Post Services and the Audio Guys Institute. He's the youngest Dolby Atmos mastering consultant. We are at the Audio Guys Institute / Studios, which happens to be one of the most well-equipped educational institutes of the country.
I mean, the list was yours.
Yeah,
the
of course.
equipment list was yours.
And I've been fortunate to be a part of this initiative since its inception. I have seen this institute grow, and I've seen students coming out of it, and a few of them have been a part of my team as well. I want the viewers to understand from you that as an educationist, as someone who has been leading an institute which allows these students to experience a professional workflow in its most, like there have been, I have done several sessions here.
Correct.
Where the students have acted as interns and recording assistants and all. As far as the sound post is concerned, film post is concerned, how do you integrate the process of education and these and the first-hand experience of a professional working environment? How do you manage to integrate without having a professional feel invaded in their space, but also letting the students learn? And because our field is a very non-theoretical field.
Correct.
Everything is experience, everything is exposure. And we all have learned by working our way up into the ladder, on the ladder. And I think it's crucial for everyone to be on the ground, on the field, and learn. How have you managed to integrate these two parallel lines of professional work environment as well as education? How have you managed?
Oh, wow. That is actually, one of the fundamental ideas on what TAG actually stands. So, TAG is not really, an institute. It was actually never supposed to be. It's just three of us, me, JK and Anupam, and we are all three professionals. We are working professionals, and we had nothing to do with education in this country. And we were just one of those professionals who were actually suffering from lack of sourcing great talent. We were not able to find people to help us during projects, during the hour of need, because it was just that scenario in the industry. So we decided that, there are two major things happening in the industry that is changing. A is the whole studio culture. Let's face it, it's transforming. Studios are not directly in contact with record labels for deals. The artist is. The studio is an accessory to creating records. So the industry is going to be much more personalized to what it was a decade or two back. And secondly, a lot of these students, a lot of these next generation engineers are going to do their independent work. They might never see, some of them might never see the light of that classic ladder, where they're intern, they run for coffee, they do patchings, and then they become assistants, labeling the desk, then saving backups, then finally getting up to miking. Editing, and then finally becoming a recording or a mixing engineer.
Correct.
So that was the conventional ladder. And we accepted that, yes, internet exists, social media exists. It's a new way, it's a new era, and it's a new era of professionals as well. So we wanted to make sure that the professional exposure mainly caters to both of these. So there might be a fair chance that a lot of these students might never see the light towards that. They might never assist someone. It has its own pros and cons. There is a set of cons for sure. Experiences.
I believe more cons than pros, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. And I'm not denying it. I'm just saying that, if the world is going towards a direction, us as educators, we don't really get to have a preference. We need to make sure that whoever's under us has the means to achieve what they want. And we really want that choice to stay at a very personal level that, if they want to climb up a conventional ladder, great, we'll help you with that as well. But if you feel that, okay, independence is the way for you, then great. Then we still should have something in store for you.
Correct.
And that is pretty much how that whole professional exposure angle at TAG came into be. Because we knew that, okay, what happens if a student learns with us and, goes out there and decides that, okay, I don't care how big or small the projects are, I just want them to be mine. Independence, whatever I want to do, I'll just do my own thing. Yeah, great. We have our personal preferences, you have yours, agreed. In that case, the exposure towards projects has to be at a education level. And it's not just about asking them to edit something thrice or 10 times till they get it right. It is about putting them in real life scenarios and not worrying about the result. Understanding the pressure. Understanding, okay, this is something I have gotten on the 11th hour. Pretty much how we have to function sometimes in the industry.
Correct.
So the reason to give them an industry insight is, look, this is the scape. This is the scale of what you can do independently. Because if you're going to ride alone, there is pretty much no one keeping an eye out on you. There is no clock on you. So how do you understand that what you yourself are capable of? So let us put you on the field. Let us put you under pressure. Let us put you under professional or technical stress, where you have to get your brain cells up, where you have to solve a problem, have to get out of a situation.
Correct.
So for us, bringing the professional world into education was to kind of, steer them in that direction. That, this is how you get into a problem, this is how you solve it and get out of it. Then it does not matter. Even if they become an assistant tomorrow, they are a great asset because they have great level of problem solving skills right off the back. Versus even if they choose to become independent and get their own path, they still have a little more confidence. Because it's not just in the book. We've made them apply. We've made, we've asked them to master. We are ourselves as teachers know that of course it's your first mix. Everyone, we had a first mix, you had a first production. It's not the best product. Of course it's not. It's just something you learned 2 months ago.
Correct.
But you knowing how to master it and finish it and deliver it completes the knowledge cycle.
Correct.
Then it is about repeating and refining.
Correct.
So it does not matter if you choose the conventional ladder or the independent side. That loop can be serviced in both the directions. So that's the main reason why we kind of collided the two worlds together. Like the commercial side and the education side. And we asked, people like you, professionals who've been out there like doing crazy work, crazy great work, to come in. And if you remember, like the only one condition I have with anyone coming to TAG is don't have any special reservations because they're kids.
Correct.
Treat them as assistants. Yeah. Properly ask them of what you would ask an assistant to do.
Correct.
Yeah. Don't have special reservations just because they're under the process. And yeah, that is the main underlying reason, is because I want them to understand that this is their capability. If you put someone under pressure to solve a problem, if you put a spotlight under someone for the first time, that is the moment when they'll actually realize that, oh, okay, this is my actual true scale. This is what I can achieve.
Correct.
And that is the sense that I want my students to get.
Correct.
And moving out in the industry, that is like what I feel is the USP for everyone. Technology will change, ideas will change, theory will change, and in fact passion also develops a different drive at different stages of your life.
Correct.
But your your spark, a spark that you develop, it might be a problem solving spark, it might be a social gathering or a social skill, talking to people, that it might be a spark that kind of triggers the you just need a spark.
Correct.
To kind of keep it all together. And that is what I feel, merging these two worlds really gives. So yeah.
Very interesting.